Welcome to our Brendan Fraser podcast.
I love Brendan.
Wait, is that what we've been talking about this whole time?
The internet is backing Brendan Fraser's comeback into cinema, and he's going to be acting. I don't think you've seen Lucifer, but he plays Cain in Lucifer.
He's in Lucifer?
No. The guy who plays Cain in Lucifer is going to be in a new show with Brendan Fraser.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, why can I not? He was the guy who played Superman in Smallville.
Maybe. I didn't watch Smallville.
Oh, what's his face?
Jesus Christ,
We're all
right?
having like, oh, that guy.
Oh, God.
He looks like a cowboy. doesn't he?
Nobody look it up.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, we're all so excited for Brendan
son
Fraser's
of God,
triumphant
son
return to cinema.
Yeah, absolutely. That was Tom Welling, Antonio, by the way.
Thank you. I thought you said don't look it up. Did you look it up?
Okay, so I knew his name was Tom, but I was like, there's no way I'm going to get the last name. I'm like, Tom, but could not get the last name.
Yeah, no. Also,
I never saw Smallville because I would only go to the WB to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. So
You watched Yu-Gi-Oh?
This was in the teenage times.
did you watch the Yu-Gi-Oh movie?
No.
No?
Yes, I did watch. On my way to catechism, as a young little Catholic, I would put on Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's very non-Catholic of you.
Very little
And
nerd.
I stopped becoming Catholic after that, and I would like to directly
Yu-Gi-Oh makes you gay,
reference
kids.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh made me gay. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon made me gay.
Oh, no,
and that's
actually,
that on that.
speaking of which, this is something that, what is it? Which one of you said it? If you have any feelings whatsoever on Final Fantasy X2, you're gay now.
Oh,
that was
Dahlia.
me.
Yeah.
If you played Final Fantasy and if you have any feelings towards it whatsoever, you're probably gay.
You know what this is? This is that fucking Jeff Foxworthy. You might be a redneck. It's
You
like,
might
if
be
you this,
gay
you're
if you
gay.
really liked Final Fantasy. You might be gay if you
might
ever wanted to try the sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts. And guess fucking what?
You gay.
We did get sea salt ice cream from somewhere, and it was good.
You're gay.
Oh, yeah, and we enjoyed it because we gay.
What are we now? What kind of congregation
We're
is
the
this?
Jeff Foxworthy
Really
of
violent
gays
gay.
now.
We're the Jeff Foxworthy of the gays. Can you believe?
We're so cultured.
That's a way of...
What a
Anyway.
wonderful way to start this podcast.
Is there
What a
like
great
an
cold
unlock
open.
way?
What a chaos. We went from Brendan Fraser to fucking you
Jeff
gay.
Foxworthy.
You're welcome. Hey y'all, welcome to Sit Down Loser. We're watching a movie. My name's Dahlia.
I'm Sky.
I'm Antonio.
And I'm Ketzel. And we're just four narcissistic, socially incompetent upstarters who watch movies that everyone else has watched, except one of us is a loser who hasn't. Today we're watching a movie that gave us Justin Timberlake's biggest role since Shrek the Third, The Social Network, released in 2010, directed by David Fincher. And today's losers are... not me!
Everybody
all
but
of us.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
It's
whoop.
everyone else.
Okay, so one of the questions that's weighing on a lot of our minds is why are we watching this one specifically?
Tell me.
Well, so there's a couple reasons because I was really scratching my noggin on this one. Well, first of all, this is a David Fincher film who did Gone Girl, which you know we love.
I saw
Love is
this
a
on the
really,
thing and I was like, I did not realize he directed this movie and I fucking love Zodiac. Zodiac is such a great movie.
But guess what? Benjamin Button? Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so we have a Gone Girl gay, a Zodiac gay, and a Benjamin Button gay.
I don't
Oh
know
my
if love is the
God.
right word for anyone who says they love Gone Girl probably has problems.
But it's a good movie.
Me, I love Gone Girl. I have problems. Anyway.
I don't know where to go.
Anyway, and he's a director, and Aaron Sorkin wrote the screenplay, and he did The West Wing. And I don't know if y'all knew this, The West Wing is my favorite show.
It is? Oh my god.
It is.
Okay. Like, what am I? Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe. That's all I have to say.
Rob Lowe. Just
Rob Lowe left us too soon. So this is a fucking team up, and Rob Lowe's not dead, guys.
I know. He's not dead, you guys. Jesus.
Left us-
Why?
Left us to
He left the show too soon.
I was like, Rob Lowe didn't die.
I thought you said Susu, and I was like, I still don't get it.
Look. We're not a podcast of getting shit right, but we are a podcast of...
Getting things funny.
Oh my word.
Oh god, I almost vomited.
Anyway. It's the wheezing for me.
It's the tea kettle for me.
Oh god. Okay, so that's one of the reasons we're watching this. So that's not why I think it made itself on the list. Another reason to watch this is that I was looking into it, and it really changed shit. Because I feel like I didn't know this when it came out and it was getting all the awards. It is considered one of the greatest films of the internet age, and got people talking about like social media and startups in a way that like we know so much about now. But at the time, no one was really talking about like how serious and embedded social media was, beyond, you know, like people getting catfished and people talking about that. Mm-hmm. So like it's very interesting to see now, like 11 years later, the beginning of Facebook, and seeing how embedded social media is now in our lives.
It totally makes sense, because I mean, I work in social media like every day for my job, and I'm just like, it really is so crazy how now it's basically like a part of your everyday life. Mm-hmm. You know, most people have a social media account, and Facebook honestly is like the king of social media accounts. I think it's probably one of the longest standing social media platforms, which is wild.
Even if it's not used as much by like as it used to be, it started so much of how embedded everything and it is in our lives. And I mean, like this podcast, we rely on social media.
Absolutely.
You know? So it's interesting.
And I feel like, just to round that out, that there was such a negative connotation too with upstarts and young people knowing anything truly. You know, these were like, from what I know, this is what all I know really is like college kids starting something. And people are like, fuck you, fuck this. You're young. You don't know anything.
And then number 3, the reason why I actually think this is on the list is because we get to make fun of Jesse Eisenberg. So
we absolutely almost did before we started this episode today.
Because boy, oh boy, I feel like my connotation of his personality comes from this movie, of him being a complete asshole. And I don't think it's wrong from what I've seen in interviews. So wait, Jesse Eisenberg, fight me.
Who does he play?
He plays Mark Zuckerberg.
I don't know, Mark Wahlberg.
I'm just kidding.
Mark and the Funky Bunch. Anyway, so Jesse Eisenberg. What do y'all know about this movie?
It's Le Facebook.
Okay, one at a time.
Le Facebook.
It's about Facebook.
It's about Le Facebook.
Go ahead, Sky.
I want to say, because I've
about
seen
Facebook.
Say Facebook one more time. I have seen.
We don't have a Facebook.
I hate Facebook.
Podcast.
I don't have a Facebook, period.
I don't have intentions of having one, because I don't think that we're large enough to, but eventually we might.
No.
But right now we don't need to.
Fuck Facebook.
Instagram is part of Facebook, so
you can find us on our MySpace.
We should make a MySpace.
Absolutely not. It's for music now.
Anyway, sorry. What do you know?
We can make music
with my mouth.
Yeah, with your mouth.
I don't think so.
Body part.
Anyway, so I haven't seen the movie.
Booty.
I've seen bits of the movie. I think there's a trial. Something of that nature. Someone's getting sued, I think.
I'm not gonna say
who. I don't know. I guess that's for me to find out.
Okay. Antonio.
I know it's about Facebook.
And that it's about Facebook.
They pass notes in a college class, I think. And that is about Facebook.
Okay. What
is that
I know, what I know is it's, I guess, the Facebook story, and I think it's very clever. I think it's clever that they don't use the word Facebook for the title, and I think maybe that's just because of copyright reasons. I don't know, that they say the social network. Anyway, I think there's twins. I think I alluded to that, off of the microphone. Something about twins, Mark Zuckerberg, Justin Timberlake, and that's about it.
I don't know anything about twins. My thought process goes like Mark Zuckerberg had a twin and he ate him in the womb.
The Boo Boo twins.
That explains a lot.
I will say the only other thing I know, and it's a very specific scene, but I think it's the scene with Andrew Garfield, aka Spider-Man, comes in very angrily and like
I know that scene.
Says a bunch of things because the reason I know of that scene is because there's this person on Twitter and she was just doing a bunch of like recreations of scenes with like her actor friends, and the person who she did that one with was what's his name? Dylan O'Brien. It had to come to me for a second, but he did Andrew Garfield's part. So I saw that scene and I was like, "What a scene!"
Antonio, you should have known that.
I thought I sent it. I sent it to you. You probably just didn't watch it because you were like, "I've never seen that movie."
Husband, I thought
Actually,
it was
no,
boyfriend.
I think that's exactly what you said to me. Because I sent it to you because I saw Dylan O'Brien and I was like, "Let me just
Send it to me.
mail that over to you."
That's your man's.
That's your man's.
Mail it over to your spank bank.
I don't know that.
Okay, tell
I'll
us.
pull it up later.
Tell us some more things. Like
well, I can't tell you anything.
like
but
the Rotten Tomatoes score.
These scores are
Yes.
very high.
These are.
Yeah,
This
quite
is
high.
also
high.
another A.
This is setting
Read
it very,
'em.
very high.
Read them to me.
Yes, it's Rotten Tomatoes 96%, audience is 86%, and Google users is 92% for an average of probably an A.
That is that's also an A, which is pretty shocking because we were talking about another movie where because I'm looking at the list of actors where
I was
Armie
like,
Hammer was in, and that was also an A, and I'm kind of like, oh,
So call
Yeah.
back to Call Me By Your Name.
yeah.
That was also an A movie.
This is
Man.
kind of actually higher because Call Me By Your Name was like 96, 80,
92?
84, and 92, and this is 96, 86.
Oh, so it's like
Well,
2 points off.
It's more.
What a great transition into me telling you the list of actors, because Armie Hammer...
Sorry, we
Wonderful.
totally fucking like peaked because we're looking at the notes.
No, yeah. Actual cannibal... Sorry,
Alleged.
cannibal.
Alleged.
Get it right.
I'm sorry, that part is very important. Alleged cannibal Armie Hammer.
Toe
in this
Wanter
film.
Armie Hammer.
He is not eating nut in this one.
He's what?
He's not eating any nut.
No
in this
peaches,
one,
no nuts.
Unfortunately.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, but is he eating peaches?
This is a nut-free zone.
This is
Huh?
all right.
Is he eating peaches though?
You know what? I don't remember, but we can find out soon. Other actors in this are obviously Jesse Eisenberg, and we'll go through and talk about that whole thing. Jesse Eisenberg, Andrew Garfield, JT, Justin Timberlake,
Not JT.
Max Minghella, who is Sky's boy.
Yes, he is.
Love him.
He's in this
You
movie.
didn't know you didn't know? I thought that's why you picked this.
No,
Oh, shit.
I picked
Oh,
it 'cause
shit.
I kept seeing it on TikTok. I was like, this is popular with
Oh
the
shit!
youth.
Keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going.
I love him.
Brenda's song of Sweet Life and Zach and
And
Cody
Macaulay
fame.
Culkin's wife.
My wife. And Rashida Jones.
Yeah,
Who we love.
I love Rashida Jones
Yeah,
to
coming
death.
off of you know,
I'm so shook.
what is it? Home
The
Alone.
last three, I'm shook.
Congrats to us
Yeah.
seeing Macaulay Culkin's wife and Brent in.
Also,
They just had a
like,
kid.
Her,
They just
They
had a
just had a
baby.
her
Yeah.
taste. She also dated Trey Cyrus, the Miley Cyrus
She
brother
did.
who looks like a horse.
Yeah, she did. She did date Trey Cyrus.
And she goes to Macaulay Culkin like, girl.
Yeah, and then they got. I think they're married, and then they just had a baby.
Le bébé.
They did have an
Bebe.
actual human baby.
I didn't know that. Huh.
I'm so happy
I'm
for them.
shook.
They
The
like
la-
each other
I'm
a lot. They like each
Everything
other a
has
lot.
been just like you're quaking. It's
I'm
been a full.
The thing is, what's so
You're
wild,
quivering.
what's so
Wow.
wild, y'all, is that I know every single actor on this actor list you've just
Right?
provided, and I'm shocked,
Shocking.
I'm so excited.
shook. I want to
Can
see.
Can we go real quick before we sort of wrap things up? Can we talk about why we don't like Jesse Eisenberg?
Because he's like the edgy Michael Cera,
AKA
and he's so damn condescending. He talks, and I'm just
He's
like,
so
shut up,
condescending.
shut up. Have you seen Now You See Me?
No, I refuse
Yes.
to see that movie. I hate magicians.
Wait. Wait.
Ask Antonio.
Wait.
Ask Antonio.
Okay. You
don't
you
got my
hate
Dr.
magicians
Pepper.
and I don't like musicians, so that's really funny. to
What'd you
me.
say?
I don't like musicians.
Musicians?
Mm-mm.
I don't like magicians.
Wait. Wait. Guys, can we break this up? Okay. Why don't you like musicians, Dahlia? What do you mean? Like,
They broke
people in
my
bands?
heart.
That's fair.
Oh, okay.
I just
This is
don't
why
like-
she hates
so-
music.
Did a magician break your... Hey, did a magician break your heart, Sky?
No, I just think no, they didn't. I've never. Okay, I really hate
Harry
magicians.
Potter break your heart?
No, I hate magicians. I just find them so annoying. I don't like it.
You know, fun story. I was at a restaurant in Pennsylvania, and while we were waiting to be seated, they had a magician go around and entertain us.
Okay,
and
that
was the wildest thing.
the same
It was
thing
the
happened to
wildest
me,
thing.
and I was so pissed off. And literally my whole family was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was just like, "I fucking hate magicians." And we also me and Antonio went to one of our favorite bar. Actually, I think all of our favorite bar here in Vegas is the Phoenix. And it was
Shout
like
out.
a Saturday night where it was like a show, and it was like a whole bunch of like
Not a
was it
gay
like a
magician.
talent show or like also it was like
no,
just
it
like
was
a
definitely a
different
show, and they were doing. It was everything. It was like there was male performances. There was obviously drag queen performances. There was a magician involved, clearly. Because
but there
this
was a
is
musician, a magician, and I was so mad. And Antonio was just laughing at me the whole time because I was just like, I hate this guy. I want him to.
What did he
leave.
Why-
do? A card
why
trick?
make his next magic trick. Make him disappear.
Yeah, I'm so over it. I hate magicians.
Why?
I hate
It's
magicians, and I
tricks.
will.
I
That's
like
that on that.
I like a little close
You know,
up
sometimes
magic
you
from
just
time
see
to time.
something and you know you hate it.
I guess.
You know? I'm sure there are things in this world that you just, sit down and hate.
Yeah, for sure, but I don't think magicians are high on that list, which is why I think it's very fascinating. I don't know how that magician got his coin in my hand at the restaurant, so that was pretty cool.
How did he do it? We'll never
I don't want him
know.
touching me whatsoever.
So that's why you haven't seen Now You See Me?
But that is why I don't.
I don't know what that movie's about, and I kind of want to watch
It's
it.
about magicians.
I like it actually.
stupid
I do
bitch.
like that movie because it's really fun. Even though
It was
Jesse
good,
Eisenberg
yeah.
is in it, and he's
Just
a condescending
we'll
bitch.
just me and Dolly will just do one episode, just the two of us. I'll be the loser for Now You See Me, and she'll like be my guide for it.
It's
'cause
about
Sky will not
Yeah,
be
you
there.
guys can record that. Go ahead, have fun with that.
We
fun with
already.
that.
Do you understand the chaotic energy that is Dahlia and Antonio?
The team up is too much.
Yeah, it was
Too strong.
That's why you guys never put us together. That's why they've separated
Yeah.
us.
I'm very uncomfortable with this energy.
Any energy I'm a part.
Anyway.
Any energy I'm a part of makes you uncomfortable.
That's fair.
Anyway.
So
What were
are-
we even
do you
talking?
guys-
Oh, we're talking about Jesse
we're
Eisenberg.
talking about Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah, fuck that
So
guy.
it goes,
period.
hates musicians, hate magicians, hates Jesse Eisenberg.
I hate Jesse Eisenberg and I hate Michael Cera. You know what? You're right. I understand.
No, you love Michael Cera though. He's your soulmate, dude.
I was gonna say what is your expectations for this movie, but let me quickly go off about Michael Cera.
Go forth. Go forth.
Okay, I do not, for the life of me, understand why he was cast as the significant other romantic pairing
Yes.
in a lot of movies in the
Yes.
late 2010,
The early 2000s?
Late
Late
2000s.
2000s.
I'm
No,
getting
late-
mad.
In the 2000s
late double
period.
aughts.
yeah, I would.
Late double aughts, I want to say. Like
don't
2007 through
understand.
2010.
Yeah.
I don't understand because he exudes zero sex appeal. He looks like Franklin the Turtle. He talks like I could beat him up. I just don't understand. Like his fucking little dumb face. I don't understand like why he gets to fucking be with like fucking Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Scott Pilgrim when he be looking like fucking the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Okay, can I just say something though? Dolly's fucking dying right here next to me. But I just have to say, but dude,
Dahlia's crying.
she is crying. But you make the same face he makes all the time. You like find
Oh,
any
yes.
excuse to make that face.
Because he has a very funny smile, if that's what you want to call it. We will be posting this on Instagram. I can imitate Michael Cera's face very well, and it's just so scary because can you imagine him smiling at you like that right before he comes in you? It's horrifying. It's horrifying, and that's why I don't believe him as a romantic lead. Thank you and good night.
right. I think he has nothing to do with this movie.
I was like,
Jesse Eisenberg.
that was really just you circle jerking yourself on that one.
No, and so he reminds me of Jesse. Jesse Eisenberg reminds me of him, and therefore I hate Jesse
They're the
Eisenberg.
same person in
You know-
different fonts.
Yes. You know who was in that same font family? Andy Samberg.
No.
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 Yeah.
He's
No.
the funny version. He's the Comic Sans.
Uh,
I have to go.
You, all right. You know what? I don't care what your expectations of this movie are. Let's go watch it. I'm done here.
Oh, you don't want to hear our expectations?
I have.
Your expectations are 0.
Yeah, I have none.
I don't have any. It's just gonna be one of those movies that I'm just like, I didn't get around to watching it. Maybe one day.
All right. I guess that's that on that.
Dahlia, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Okay, let me mediate. I would like to mediate this because we're tired. We have some emotions, and I feel like
You are wired, aren't you?
I'm
my
wired,
God.
baby.
All right,
I'm
you
so
mediate.
excited for you being
Okay.
wired because the rest of us are drained.
I got it. I will carry us on my wings. Please.
You
Strap-
are
Fun
the
fact.
wind beneath my
Quetzal's full name is
wings.
Quetzalcoatl,
Strap in, babies.
as in the giant pterodactyl-like creature from prehistoric ages.
Absolutely.
Cue the what was it called? Cue the winged demon or something like that.
The winged
the
serpent.
movie we watched.
The winged
The
serpent.
winged
please.
serpent. Thank you.
Ah,
Cinema, really.
Cinema. Okay, so
autistic cinema.
Avi, this movie's about Mark Zuckerberg, and
No.
I think that we need to discuss.
No,
No.
no.
How about we just let's all summarize with a brief no, and then just end the episode.
let
here.
them finish.
I liked the movie.
Let them finish.
Thank you. I think
I liked the movie.
Okay. I think first of all, one, there's this whole. Okay, you're gone.
All right, you two need to get it
That's
together.
out.
Guys, we need to. One, there is some division in opinion about whether this was an accurate portrayal of Mark or not. Right?
That's what
True.
that's what I'm curious about because the whole time, like I was watching this and I obviously could hear the other two. This did not paint him in a good light
No,
at
I
all.
think-
not at all.
Oh, but you know something, just to get it out of the way, I think this movie gave him more heart than what actual Mark Zuckerberg has.
Okay, now let me get into that. Now here's the thing. Mark himself was like that, was unflattering. Doy. A lot of people were like, Aaron Sorkin was told, like, there's a lot of fictionalized elements of this,
Oh yeah.
That being said,
sure.
I will believe it because Mark Zuckerberg is an alien in human skin.
We may make fun of the Lizard King.
He's the
But,
real Lizard King.
I don't know if it's a lizard though. It might be silicon based life form.
A salamander, perhaps?
Do you say this because he is just so unlikable
Yes.
in real life?
Oh my
Yes.
I know nothing about the man. I work
Yes.
in social media like every day, and now Instagram is owned by Facebook. Obviously, that's like a total business now. But the way that it was in this movie, I don't know what he was like before. I only have like rumors, which was this movie, which was he's painted as an ass because he is an ass.
I mean,
So this is true.
when
for the most
when he had his the court case that was publicized, and he just doesn't seem like a person. So
He's
gotta
a
watch some
marionette
clips.
for our true alien overlords.
yeah, so there's that. But like, okay, and so that we can take with a grain of salt. We're only working off this, and I think we need to think of this as like a character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And secondly, I think it's going to be interesting whether we don't like it because we hated the character or we don't like it because it was a bad movie. Now we're gonna have to divide those feelings up.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, the separation of church and state. I'm so thankful for you to remind us.
Oh my god.
Because oh boy, was Mark Zuckerberg a real fucking asshole.
As
Yeah.
a character.
As a
Absolutely.
character.
Just from the
As
beginning,
a
I think
character.
I didn't take many notes because I was actually really
paying
into the
attention.
movie. The first note I wrote, I'd rather kill myself than talk to somebody like him. Because
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I feel like I had a boyfriend like that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Dahlia.
Yeah.
When?
He's like, I am smarter than everyone else.
That's the vibe.
But did your ex-boyfriend go on to invent anything even close to Facebook?
No.
I'm so sorry.
You want to know my first note? I only took 2 notes because I was just so
Riveted.
uninterested.
I was
I
riveted.
took 4 notes.
My first note, it literally was here at this.
I will
beginning
hold
of
us.
this
Don't worry.
movie.
I will hold us.
Okay. Is this a movie about Jesse Eisenberg or Mark Zuckerberg?
Now
And
that is a great question.
Asshole conversation, amazing. I really like Erica's response to that. I don't know if Erica's real.
She was not. As
and-
names were being dropped throughout the movie, I would periodically just Google the names to see how realistic they were. If you Google Erica Albright, there's no actual person by that name,
Okay.
but there are.
So
She's a composite character.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, because was he broken up with? Like, did this actually happen? Like this beginning part?
The face smash thing.
yes,
Yeah.
that was a thing.
Yikes.
Yeah,
So
like
for-
for me, I think this was just a plot device to make him more human because everybody gets broken up with, but he got broken up with because he's a fucking ass. And
Yes.
somebody needed to put him in his place, and that was the only joy I felt through this movie. Anyway,
Yeah, so
We
for,
can-
for context, Erica was his girlfriend in the beginning of the movie who's breaking up with him because he's a fucking asshole. And so then he, in this, is led to create this whole website where you vote on a woman's appearance. And really that, from what I saw, was a real thing. So make of that what you will.
You know.
Yikes, Mark, this ain't looking good, pal.
Ooh. Can you imagine being so robotic or alien-esque that they had to create a composite character just to be able to give you some form of heart?
Did
Damn.
he really write that blog too?
Yes, that
Yeah.
was verbatim.
It
Mark,
was-
this ain't looking good, pal.
So
it was
he-
amazing.
He
Ugh.
wrote
Like
a blog going off on this girlfriend that broke up with him, and he said some pretty nasty shit.
I'm sure he did. And
Poster boy
honestly,
for incels.
yeah, that's exactly what I said. He's like the poster boy for incels, and I'm like, what even is happening here? And the fact that he was live journaling, if this is true, live journaling while he was making this entire thing, I'm just in awe. You
And
know,
while drunk.
almost
Drunk live journaling sounds like incel behavior. And
almost
for
a
the
little impressed,
uninitiated,
but
incels mean involuntarily celibate.
Thank you. I was like, what's an incel?
Oh yeah,
Guys.
they're like those whole nice guys. TM.
Ugh, yeah.
So a really good layman's term for incels for back in the day would have been neckbeards.
No, yeah. I
Not saying that there's
Bleh.
anything necessarily wrong with neckbeards as a whole, the actual physical form, but there was a certain persona of the Mountain Dew, the fedora.
the flip flops.
Oh yeah, the flip flops. I don't know if the flip flops are incel culture, but
I don't think so. But
I don't
it
care. They are
definitely
now.
feeds into Mark Zuckerberg's appearance, which really just paints a whole picture. But I'm almost impressed that he did this at the same time. But just the sheer misogyny and disgustingness.
in that
There we are.
first
There we are. That's the beginning.
15 minutes.
Yeah, first 15-20 minutes of this movie.
Ooh, first act is not good.
Misogyny, man, is a hell of a fucking drug.
Ooh.
I'm saying, but here we are. This is how this whole Facebook thing is kind of born somewhat. We know he knows how to code, and he's really good at it.
God. And
He crashes the motherfucking Harvard
Yes.
network.
And I do want to say before we go forward, he did crash the network. Their little nerd computer science shit reminds me so much of the fucking people at college. And they were just as annoying as what you saw.
Good to know. Good to know.
Good
Also,
to know that was an accurate portrayal for the college life experience.
Yeah, so this misogynistic website crashes the Harvard network, so that attracts the attention of Army Hammer times 2.
Not Army
no,
Hammer.
Arm and Hammer.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Mr. Arm
Arm?
and Hammer.
And Hammer.
They are twins called Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss.
Wonderful.
Man, you can't even make up a name like that.
You really
That
can't.
sounds like New Englandy, like East Coasty, like rich boy boat shoes. I have a yacht.
Literally, your run-of-the-mill asshole, Ivy Leaguer, jock, frat boy. My daddy has money, sort of thing.
Man.
But
For an archetype that's very popular, I don't know anyone like that.
oh boy,
We're not on the East Coast.
Yeah.
That being said, they do get pretty wronged in this movie, so I'm gonna stop making fun of them. I'm not gonna stop actually, but they do get wronged.
I feel like I
Everyone's
also
on the
heard
chopping
this.
Yeah.
So
No one's great.
tell us, because at this point we see that Face Smash has gotten popular and attracts the attention of the Winklevi. And their partner Diva, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And
Divya.
so they're trying to make like this Harvard connection, which is really, really cool and super exclusive. But like, yeah, what do we know that they were wronged about in your research?
Well, I only know that they were wrong from the movie.
So in the movie, they did come up with an idea for it, and
It's like
as far as
pre-Facebook.
the movie does portray, he really didn't do any work for the thing that like they approached him about. He didn't do anything for them.
Yeah, they got fucked.
Especially,
Yeah,
just think
they
about
got fucked.
They
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 got
did
fucked.
get,
Okay.
They literally got super fucked.
They got
and
super
what's
fucked.
crazy is how little they portrayed any actual attempts at communications between them. Like,
Basically, they want Mark to come work for them and help them get this shit together because they have this like
And he didn't do
pre-Facebook-
nothing.
He didn't do shit. You know what he did instead? He's like, he. I like that idea. Let me get my friend Eduardo, played by Andrew Garfield, and give me some money, and we're gonna make my own thing called the Facebook using this exact idea, and I'm not gonna tell the twins shit. And they got fucked.
Yeah, and he just kept like
kept going.
leading them on.
I didn't
basically.
use your
Yeah.
code, bitch.
Bitch.
That's
And it
what
wasn't
he
until
said.
like 16 emails in that he's like, "Oh, I don't think that this is gonna work for you," when he's already working on it.
He's like, Teehee, I know, I'm just so busy. I gotta see my parents. I'm so busy with homework. I can't help you. You know what? I'll see you Saturday. Some fucking bullshit. I want to fucking beat him up.
Totes.
I did too, dude. I was like, ooh,
I'm gonna beat this nerd up.
motherfucking ass.
give you a swirly.
I mean, they weren't exactly like a really kind-hearted people at all in general either, and so it was basically tools using tools, and some of the tools ended up losing.
I'm just saying, that's why you never
Some tools
share
got
your
bent.
big ideas with people that you're not really comfortable with, that you don't really know. And I think that's very much another thing that we learned from this like upstart kind of like culture, where it's
Yes,
like
very that.
you don't share your business stuff with people that you're not going to be in business with. And that's why people are so secretive and so weird. And like, you've seen probably many, many stories over the years of like
even if you trust them,
GoFundMes. Yeah.
Even if you do trust them, like you're best friends with that person, it's still like
It's always going to get fishy and weird when money and business is involved, even if they're your best fucking friends.
Mo money, mo problem.
It's
We
in
said
the
it.
Bible.
It's in the fucking Bible. And I lost my train of thought. So I was gonna say that's one of the things that I was reading, with the fact that this was a very important movie, with like showing that like startup culture of like every young person who is interested in this is looking for that next big Facebook, is looking for that next big idea or something that's going to be like Facebook and change everything. And I feel like this captures that well, / the beginning of it. So
Totally.
very cutthroat, cutthroat.
I mean, that's a really good word to use. Like, I just go back to like thinking like a shark, and we see like that kind of parallel-ish and also involvement of the guy that created Napster. So it's like we see that, you know, for him it failed like twice, and now he's getting in on the next big thing, because it's like you're just riding waves. But you have to keep being cutthroat to get to the top.
So obviously the twins are mad, and they're really angry that because they think Mark stole his idea, which he did. I don't know if there's a.
I think he flat out did.
Yeah, he flat out did. Like, he can deny it all he wants. He fucking stole it. And they keep trying to raise their complaint to everyone, and keep getting shut down. And for some reason, one of the twins doesn't want to sue, but that's what they should have done a while ago. But they're going down that road. And so Eduardo, Mark's friend, and Mark, you know, they're besties, dealing with this new company and like how much it's growing. And then they meet Sean Parker, played by Justin Timberlake, who's the co-founder of Napster. And if I didn't think Mark was an asshole, like the biggest asshole, Sean Parker seemed like an even bigger asshole.
Yeah, he really took
100%.
that.
Ooh.
He
Really
took it and
to a
ran with
whole
it.
level.
I wanted to wait because Dahlia had talked about being cutthroat and had to open the door for the Napster guy. But anyone who like has any words like entrepreneur in their bio or any sort of thing, I'm immediately like just on edge. I'm immediately terrified for like my financial stability.
Oh, you're gonna tell me how to live my life? Okay. Because obviously
Yeah.
you know more
And
than
like
I.
the volatility of it. And I'm sure lots of people made lots of money from lots of things, including the now times or at the time of recording, it's things like cryptocurrencies and NFTs. You know, we've known people who got part of like pyramid schemes and whatnot. I'm immediately on edge of anyone who says the word entrepreneur.
That's fair. Honestly,
That's
it's
fair.
a very vague, sinister term.
It has a certain connotation to it, and I think that's also kind of what I said at the beginning, is like upstart also has a bad connotation to it. It's like you can't trust somebody who does like an upstart company, because it's like they don't know what they're doing, right? You know, they even said in the movie like, oh, those kids, like, you know, they come up with the idea and then they just pass it off to someone, but it's like now is our time, and that's just kind of the mentality of a young entrepreneur and also an upstart. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a
But
moment.
I'm still scared of them.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That is fair.
I want to take a moment of silence for the fact that when we meet Sean Parker, we get a surprise Dakota Johnson.
That was my fourth
Ooh,
note.
What a fantastic
My fourth note
fucking
was
thing.
Dakota,
Who?
because I love her so
Who?
fucking much.
Oh, I love that she was in it for even like 3 minutes.
She's
God.
so beautiful.
How do you even recognize her? I didn't even.
Oh, she has such a great like voice.
No.
Also, Suspiria's one of my top 5 favorite films, and she's a star. So, also a
Nope.
Luca Guadagnino film.
I just
Nope.
love Dakota Johnson, dude. She's so beautiful.
Nope.
You should. You don't have you watched Suspiria?
Nope.
But
It's
you've
so
watched
good.
50 Shades of Grey.
You
Yes, I
sure
have with you guys.
Certainly have, but I'm a big fan of her. God bless her.
Yeah, me too.
Shout
God
out
bless
to
the
Dakota
queen.
Johnson, and God bless
you, girl.
America. Right. So we meet Sean, and Sean wants to have a little meeting with them. And right now, Eduardo had been busting his ass trying to get advertisers because he wants to start putting ads on Facebook, which Mark does not want because he says it won't be cool anymore. And Sean sets up a meeting with them because Sean wants to sort of take him to that next level. And Eduardo and Sean really do not like each other because they just want Mark's attention. They're so jelly. We love a love
When one
triangle.
of them is, you know,
I don't think
filled
that
with
it's a
good
love.
intentions.
I don't think it's a love triangle at all. To me, I just
Circle
feel like there
jerk.
was.
It's a competition. It's a
Enamored.
competition for attention and love.
Mark was enamored by Sean because Sean supposedly knew what he was doing, and he was a little older, I'm sure, than Mark. And then
It's like a
you know,
rock
that-
star to him.
yeah, and then obviously Eduardo was like not enamored, but that's his best friend. Like, I'm gonna watch out for my best friend, and I don't think this guy is someone that you should care about, but that do be how it goes. Mark, don't be a good person.
Honestly, a real shout out to Eduardo, who was the real fucking one putting money to invest in his friend's fucking shit and then getting fucked over in the end. He was always there for them,
Absolutely.
having to deal with Mark's fucking microaggressions left and right. I love you, Andrew Garfield. Also, Andrew Garfield was so cute.
He's so
He
cute.
was.
He's so
also,
cute.
I was trying to save all this for the end when we talk
Sure.
about...
Later. Go ahead, Antonelli.
Yeah, what were we gonna say?
also, the one of the big plot points then how they actually met Sean was because Mark and Eduardo had met a couple of girls, and Eduardo started dating Christy, who was Brenda Song. So that's where she is. Like, that's where she ended up. And it was also, we have to circle back a little bit, when they first hung out with the girls, they had like sex in separate stalls next to each other,
But
like
together?
best friends. Yeah, it was very fucking weird. And I was like, there's nothing more unappealing than socks and slides in like a bar restroom.
Let's talk
You
about
would never be even allowed.
Yeah, first of all, one, sucking Mark Zuckerberg's dick. Nah. That ain't right. Secondly,
Do you think that was also
slides.
fictional?
The
I
fucking
hope so.
slides. I
The
think that was
fucking
just
slides.
for like a show.
The dick or the slides?
The dick, the
dick
sucking
sucking
the dick.
was what I originally thought about, but now I want to know: did he really wear slides everywhere?
You know
Have
what?
you seen
I'ma
pictures of him?
research.
Have you seen pictures of him?
Hold up, I'm gonna do some research.
I try not to.
We
I-
need
I-
we need
I'm
an-
scared.
We're gonna do that right now. Casual.
No, I looked up Mark Zuckerberg Adidas slides. This is absolutely accurate. He loves his slides. And quite frankly, so do I, but
There are too many photos on the screen.
Slides. Tennis shoes. Slides.
the fact that he wears them without socks really troubles me. That's because your feet get really sweaty. It's troubling.
He's troubling to look at, to be honest.
It's unsettling.
Adidas sponsor Mark Zuckerberg.
Be
'Cause
better,
he's repping
Adidas.
you.
Adidas is the true Illuminati, everyone. It's why they have Kanye, Pharrell, and
Mark Zuckerberg?
Yikes.
Oh,
Big yikes.
God.
So yeah, that
Okay,
was
okay.
real. So hopefully
That-
the dick sucking is fictional as well.
That was just a pump.
Truly hope so.
It was just a pump story for him, I'm sure. But I mean, hey, he's gotten his meeting with Sean, who basically was like schmoozing his way into Mark's life because
And
he
heart.
knows that he's a cash cow. So he's like, I'm gonna get you hard and beat you off. It's terrible. It's just terrible. And then the last thing
Not
he
beat
does
you off.
in that energetic, like very annoying evening for poor Eduardo is that Sean walks away and he says, you should drop the and just call it Facebook. And I'm just like, ugh.
And Mark's like, I'm so hard right now.
He's like, innovative, life-changing. I've never heard anything like
Never.
it before.
Never been done before.
Good God. You couldn't stop sucking each other's dicks now. Like, and then he's like, move to California because that's where it's at. And it's
so
like,
he does.
what? And then, Eduardo gives him money, even more money, $18,000 to just go live out in California and get the shit together.
Yeah.
In 3 months, he fucks it all up.
He truly
In
do.
just 3 months.
$18,000 in 3 months. For 3 months, $18,000.
Which,
Well,
like,
it's not really the spending. I think it's just the damage of what came out of those 3 months. It's not even the
Yeah.
money. It's what he fucking did.
okay, so around this time, the Winklevi decide to really truly sue them, because they've had enough of this shit. They keep hearing the word Facebook, and it makes them so angry because
So
Because
angry.
that was their idea. They're so angry because that was their idea.
So
and Sean is fucking partying it up in Palo Alto with Mark, who's like expanding shit and all that. And Eduardo shows up and basically does not like what he sees because
Yeah,
Sean's
'cause,
I
like
wouldn't.
setting up
he
meetings.
Arrives in the pouring rain. He's like soaked, poor baby.
Like, he was left like
Poor
a lost
baby.
puppy.
He
Poor
was so
baby.
beaten and broken. Ugh. And then he comes home and it's a fucking frat house. Or comes to the house, not home.
You would
Home is
think-
where Mark is.
Oh, God.
Home is where the mark is.
I feel like he definitely is like so blinded by this like friendship or something. Because no, because like love, you wouldn't fucking do that to your fucking friends. He came into this house and there's fucking like probably underage girls getting ripped from a bong and like all this shit.
Specify.
Yeah, because
Getting ripped.
Okay, Terrifier.
Ripping a bong. Okay, so like, yeah, it's really, it's just too much. It's just too much. And then he's like, now Sean is involved in the company somehow. Like, because Eduardo is away, he's in New York and he had quit his internship, but he was still in New York to get advertisers. Because truly, and the way that social media has gone, just, you know, from an outside perspective, that's where everything goes. As soon as things can be monetized, they will be monetized. Just like TikTok. And that's the most recent example I can talk about. So he's like, why the fuck is this guy who has no business being in our company, part of our company now, making decisions for our company? And it's like, well, you're not here, you know, to do anything. You're going to get left behind if you don't move out here. And it's like, whoa. Left behind. Left behind.
And Marcus...
No child left behind.
No baby left behind. And Mark is just so fucking cold and unfeeling that it just, and Eduardo's is all heart and it just hurts him. So Eduardo decides to say fuck you, and he freezes their bank account, the company bank account, which makes Sean and Mark very angry. Mm-hmm. They just all angry in this movie. Everyone's just angry. But he...
Even the viewers.
Opens it back up.
The viewers are also angry during the whole fucking thing.
You guys were angry too. He opens it back up because Sean got this whole deal, and they secured $500,000 for Facebook. So Eduardo's like, fine, I'll open it back up because I want to get in on this too. And so this leads to this whole new contract that Eduardo signs without really reading the fine print because he trusts Mark for whatever fucking reason.
Always.
Even though we know damn
read
well
the terms and conditions.
that Mark stole shit. Always read the fine print.
But what's weird
said,
is that he even talked about his shares being able to be liquidated with the lawyer at the time. So maybe he just assumed everyone was doing the same thing. He was the one that just got shafted.
Well, they kind of insinuated that would happen because they said, well, Mark's already cut down his shares to this much.
I think he thought everyone would also get some of their shares taken.
Yeah.
But it was like assumed.
Get the equal treatment.
Yes.
That's what you get for assuming.
Don't be assuming shit. Also, I was going to say, I do accept the terms and conditions without reading whenever the, you know, iTunes, Apple,
always
anything tells me. I do not read them.
I
don't read them either.
I don't read them either.
I also don't, but when
there's free Wi-Fi,
when it comes to my
like,
finances, I definitely do.
I will sell my left foot for free Wi-Fi.
Oh my god.
Wait, free Wi-Fi period for normal temporary time or like forever and ever for life.
I would sell both feet.
For temporary Wi-Fi for 5 minutes.
A toe.
Read the terms and conditions, damn it. Okay.
Read the terms and conditions. Okay, so later on, the $500,000 and all that, this new investment deal ends up really fucking Eduardo so hard.
Shafted.
So fucking hard. Because they basically, like, all his shit was liquidated. No one else's except his. And, he confronts Mark saying, did you do this because I had, like, frozen the bank account? Like, basically, why would you do this? Like, why are you so...
Why would you fuck me over so bad?
And I
was there for you.
Yes. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, like, I love how the movie kind of planted those seeds of doubt. Like, was it because I got into the Phoenix? Like, was it because...
Which was an exclusive club.
Yes. Was it because, I was doing a little better than you socially? Like, did you plant that story about me? Like, were you the one trying to put me down because you were jealous? There's so many seeds planted throughout this whole movie, which I thought were a little clever because they made you kind of, like, think about it. Like
did he really do all those things?
Yes, like how Rashida Jones was talking about it, as her character as a lawyer, and I'm just like, it really just does take that one seed of doubt to like really fuck you up. Amazing. But yeah, he totally gets shafted, and they're like, security, and the security comes.
Yeah, Sean was such a little bitch in this fucking scene.
Ooh.
When fucking Andrew Garfield pretended like he was about to beat him up, and Sean was like,
Tell me that Justin Timberlake was not amazing in this movie.
I mean, he was.
He made me hate him.
You know, there's only one movie that I can think of that I've completely blocked out any of his acting from. In Time.
That's a horrible movie, and I
don't know.
back from
that just unlocked something. I just unlocked something. What was that movie about?
It's where that you like have a certain amount of time, and
Right.
you use time.
Your
as
time
currency.
is your currency. So you live forever.
So click.
No,
God,
dude.
I hate talking to you
No,
sometimes.
I do. No. Shut up. No, I haven't. I remember this movie. Holy shit.
Oh, it was.
I didn't watch it.
It's a
Terrible.
horrible movie.
Is
It
it
was
like a Black Mirror
absolutely
type
terrible.
of movie?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like.
Okay, because that's what
But
it sounds
before
like.
Black Mirror was a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I'm
that's
never
exactly
and
what
with
watching
Justin
that.
Timberlake.
Yeah. Justin Timberlake was the main character, and his like mom was Olivia
Wilde, which okay.
Well, I think that was the whole premise.
Yeah, I
was
know,
so
but it was
weird.
still like okay.
All right. You can at least like
All
you know.
right.
Anyway, that whole scene though is really because that's the scene I saw because that's the one Yamans reenacted, and that whole scene was just so good. And Andrew Garfield's that he can act his little butt off. Go Spider-Man. You go Spider-Man. Love that.
Four for you,
For you,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. He's a really good actor.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great scene to watch.
He is. I like Andrew. Right. So this scene happens, and so basically Mark takes Sean's side. And then Sean then done fucks up by having a cocaine party with
Oh no, not cocaine.
cocaine.
Not cocaine.
With girls who were
Cocaine?
under 21. And he tries to like pin it on everyone but himself, so Mark is like just cuts
You
ties
gotta
with him.
go.
Like he still owns. Yeah, he still like Sean still has some shares in Facebook, but Mark's like, nah, fuck you, bro.
What happens after that is that we see the rest of the whole entire movie. We're watching this like court deal go on. So he's getting sued by two different parties. One is Eduardo, and then the other are the Winklevi twins and Divya. So
Yeah.
we see this happening. They're kind of going back and forth. We're going through like basically the whole timeline of how Facebook kind of started up until right now and how they settled, because they did settle. And it's just a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in, and you can see like
Very fast paced.
the heartbreak happen at like more towards the end, because we see that ultimately he has to settle. There's really no other choice. And they end up doing a settlement, a non-disclosure agreement, and then settling an unknown sum with Eduardo.
Yeah, and it's really heartbreaking too, because like you see Eduardo be across the table from Mark, being like, "I was your only friend, like, and you did this to me," and so it makes obviously Mark look like a real fucking asshole. So they tell him to just settle and pay the twins and Eduardo, because if in front of a jury, no one's gonna side with him. Not a single soul will side with Mark, so you might as well just pay him. Yeah. And that's kind of how the movie ends. And it ends with Mark being fucking alone. No friends. But in charge of this very successful company, which the ramifications you see before you here in this 2021. Which, wait, 2022!
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
We were recording this in the past.
This will be Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone!
Oh my God! What
Hey.
date is?
January 3rd of 2022.
Happy New Year, everyone!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Anyway. Fuck Mark.
Fuck
Fuck
Mark.
Sean.
Fuck Sean.
Eduardo, baby. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'm so sorry he did that to you.
I'm
You were
so
the most
sorry.
wronged. But
And that's
Winklevoss twins.
List social network.
Yep.
Yeah. They still privileged.
Yeah, they really just had an idea, and they should not have shared it. That's all.
Trust no one is really the moral of this fucking movie.
That's literally the
Trust
X-Files.
no one.
I knew that ahead of
That's literally
time.
the X-Files. Trust no one.
Not even yourself.
That's what my dad says.
I trust me less than I trust you. So.
But man. Okay, so throughout the whole movie, now that we've kind of gone through it bit by bit, the thing with me is, like, and we know that I really just hate the characters. Like, when I hate the characters, I just can't see past the character. Like, that is you. No matter how handsome, no matter how charming, I cannot. And, like, Jesse Eisenberg as, like, Mark Zuckerberg is so horribly pretentious, arrogant, pompous, the whole 9 yards of terribleness. I'm like, I wanted to stop watching it because it made me so angry. Just the fact that he has no empathy and no sympathy, and I am a person of both. So it's very difficult for me. I hope that he is painted in the right way, because then I can feel like my feelings are valid and I'm not just, like, hating the character, Mark Zuckerberg. Because this could be a caricature. Who knows? But it was really, really hard for me to watch. It was so hard.
He's got a lot of money. He can handle it. He can handle the hate.
Oh, you mean him and his
money.
Adidas sponsorship slides? Oh, God. Good for you.
Adidas TM. But did you feel like you did not like this film because you hated Mark so much?
I think it did a really good job of making me dislike the character so much, and I think that kind of is a win, because if you can make me feel like hatred towards a character, that's kind of a big fucking deal, you know? It incites emotion. I think it does exactly what it was supposed to do. I don't think anybody is supposed to like Mark Zuckerberg after this movie. I think they're just supposed to, like, see what type of person he is. And again, it could be a caricature, but I still got emotion out of it, even if it was more negative.
Yeah. Antonio, what did you think
of the movie? Sorry, I was trying to look something up about it, but I think I could have went the rest of my life without watching it, but I'm glad that I did watch it with you guys. But man, oh man, I hate Facebook before. I hate Facebook now, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to hate Facebook in the future. I think knowing its origin stories does not, like, change anything for me. I think I was fine before and after this. If anything, I just have more valid reasons for not liking, like, people associated with Facebook.
Sky, thoughts about the film?
I really enjoyed it. As something, I hate Facebook. You all know that. I don't have a Facebook. I have no interest in having a Facebook.
And I do want to cut you off in saying that Sky and Antonio are not being posers or, like, cool kids about this. They have not had Facebook for a long time through high school too. Like, I remember, Sky, you deactivated yours pretty early on.
Yeah, I think maybe end of high school, because I did have it during high school, but I think towards the end of high school I didn't, or maybe the summer after high school. I don't know, but, like, I haven't had a Facebook in a very long time. I don't like Facebook. No offense to everyone that has a Facebook, but it's just not my cup of tea. And watching something that I have no interest in as Facebook, it was a great movie, and it kept me interested the whole time. And I really love David Fincher movies, so this was very good, very fast-paced, stressed me out sometimes, but I really liked it. I thought it was good.
I'm glad.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I hated some of the characters and shit, but it was a really good movie all around.
Yeah. I enjoyed it as well. I had already seen it. I don't remember why I saw it. I think I just did. And I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's a movie I, like, absolutely need to have watched, but I love Aaron Sorkin, and the dialogue is so West Wing. Just, like, how fast it is, how they're all talking over each other. There's, like, a lot of humor in it too, and I really like that. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed rewatching it. I was also riveted. I was like, fuck this person.
Oh, yeah, I was 100% riveted. But, I don't know. I think I was good without watching it.
I'm glad I watched it.
I think you can go your whole life without watching it.
I think it's a movie you should watch once.
But I think it was
more
worth
than
the
once,
hype.
maybe not, but I do think at least once in your life.
I mean, this movie for me, I think I could have gone my whole life without watching it. But I think it was definitely worth the hype.
Hot cast.
Oh my god.
Not Jesse. Not Jesse. Not Jesse.
I'm gonna say
Andrew?
no.
Andrew,
Wait,
yes.
Andrew, yes.
You don't know? You don't like Andrew?
It's a no for me, dog.
What?
Huh?
Really?
He's aight.
Interesting.
When he was wearing the button up but no pants, I was like, I like this look.
I like this look for you. Wait, I'm just shocked. I love Andrew.
I love Andrew Garfield. He's so cute.
He's
Yeah,
adorable.
I guess he's cute.
Oh,
You don't have to lie to us.
He doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
Does Justin Timberlake do it for you?
I think
JT?
he's a very fun personality.
I hate-
don't know if he's very, very handsome.
I hate Justin
I don't
Timberlake.
think he is.
I don't find him particularly attractive.
I also don't like everything I've heard from Jesse too. He sounds pretty pretentious. So fuck Jesse too. Andrew only. Andrew all the way.
Andrew
Rashida Jones.
and Max.
Of course, Max.
Rashida Jones all the way.
Soundtrack and score. So Trent Reznor made.
I
the
was gonna say
score.
that's the other note I wrote was he was part of composing the score and he is the lead singer of Nine Inch Nails, which I thought was very cool, and it was a very good score from the parts that were like only score. I was like, this is really good.
He's very talented. Like every time
Very
he's done a
talented.
score, every single time he's done a score, just so like I don't know. It's
Haunting.
very intense. The
Yeah.
music's very like do 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 do. That's
So
Trent
good.
Reznor. That's my
That's so
imitation of
fun.
Trent Reznor.
I totally.
It's a good impersonation.
I think Hot
Do, 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 do.
Topic has made me remember his name, but I didn't know who he was. And I don't think I really heard a lot of the soundtrack this time around.
Trent's great. I just
He
want to
really
say that.
is.
And I like the music. I think they won an Oscar for the music in this film.
Did they? I was
Yeah.
gonna ask if they won any because I know
'Cause it's
obviously this
good.
was just award season cinema.
Well, yeah, I'll double check for you, but I'm pretty sure it did. It won Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Original Score, and Best Film Editing.
Nice.
Nice.
And it had been nominated for like Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor for Jesse. So they didn't win those.
I'm sorry.
He was just
Was
playing
he really
himself.
acting, though?
Oh, he was just. I mean, that's the question I have.
I mean,
The
I
answer
see
is
Now
probably
You
no.
See Me, so he's basically just playing himself.
So I've seen him in
But
other
we've
things
also
too.
seen
He
him
plays
in,
himself.
Yeah.
But he's different in Zombieland.
He is.
Is
He's more
he?
timid feeling.
He's much more timid feeling. Very shy boy. A little condescending shy boy.
Still want to beat him up.
Oh yeah.
still wanna beat
still
him
want to
up.
gut the frickin' nerd.
Which, haha. Well, wait. Later.
What?
I was about to be like, speaking of, let's go into quotes, but actually not yet. Costume design, it's literally just college students dressing like college students. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's nothing to
Sweats.
write home about.
There was nothing exceptional that I can remember except for the damn sock slides. Everything about
The
Jesse
pajama
Eisenberg that he was
situation.
wearing.
or
Not even Andrew Garfield suits. Nope.
no?
Nope.
Not even his sad boy pouring in the rain suit.
Nope.
no.
Man.
But I did
I hated this film.
like set design, and I did like the locations. I think that they really painted New York and California, like East Coast, West Coast, and also England. If it wasn't in England, they designed it pretty well, so they made it feel that way.
So going into memorable quotes, there's a lot of very good quotes in this film.
There was
I
one.
was looking for the one that
Thanks,
I really
Aaron.
liked.
There was one, but I can't remember what it is now.
That was my
Nice.
last note was the one where he's like, and I want him dead.
I want to sue him. I want blah blah blah, and I want him.
Yeah,
dead.
I was like, oh.
Did that come from Divya?
Yeah.
Max's
Yeah,
character?
it
Yeah.
I think
does come from Divya.
watching him say that, I was like,
he had great lines.
he had some really
he was
good
really
ones.
funny.
I have
He was really funny.
my favorite was Alta from Max Mangela's character. It was, this guy doesn't have 3 friends to rub together to have a 4th.
That was it. That
Yes,
was it.
I wrote that down.
I was looking for that one, and I was like, shit, I know I laughed at something really hard for this one,
That one
but I
was
had
good.
to look for it.
There was a lot of really funny lines. Like, I LOL'd a couple times. My favorite was when one of the twins finally decides to sue him, he says, "Let's gut the freaking nerd." And I'm like, same. So I feel like only one of you thought this was worth the hype.
Yeah, I thought it. I mean,
I said it was worth the hype.
Am I mad that I watched it? No. But was I ever going to sit down and watch this movie by myself or like, go out and rent it? No. I think I would have found like other movies, like something else to watch.
Feast 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I probably would have watched this eventually. To BH.
Here's the thing: you want to be justified in disliking Facebook? Watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
You want to be angry? Watch this movie.
Yeah. It's my job, so I have to like know this stuff, but I'm glad I know the origin story. That's like very interesting.
The villain origin story of Mark Zuckerberg.
And man, does this group just
I'm
love
surprised
villains.
They didn't like create a whole biopic and like start with when he was born.
No. That's
No
more of
one
a
knows.
Steve Jobs.
Nobody knows. Yeah, nobody fucking knows.
He was born out of an egg. He's an alien, remember?
Space egg. Just like you, Antonio.
Forbidden egg. I just got one. I'm so sorry.
I love you, baby. You know I love you. You take so many cracks at me. I have to take the advantage when I can.
A dig?
It's on.
It's always been on.
Since birth.
Truly.
Boils. No, I think
When
at some point in my formative years, I woke up and started to choose violence. Some light
born?
in me died.
You mean when you were born?
Formative years.
When you
That's
were
a pretty
created?
formative year.
When you were hatched out of your egg?
You know what? In your defense, it was not a space egg. It was an alligator egg, and it was in Florida.
I was a chicken egg that was hatched underneath an alligator.
Oh my god.
It's kind of like a basilisk.
This is your villain origin story.
And on that note, we'll end this episode. So thanks for listening. And that concludes this episode of Sit Down Loser. We're watching a movie. We'll catch you guys next time.
Bye, losers.